Zach for analytics. We started working with Natalie and been enormously impressed by her knowledge of HubSpot and best practice around that. So maybe if you could just give an introduction to the HubSpot best practice and how it can help people who are looking to target specific accounts.
Can you guys hear me? Because actually I was having issues with my mic earlier. Wonderful. It's the first time it's worked all day, so we're lucky. So hi everybody, I'm Natalie, I'm Director of Niam Marketing. Yeah, I've been working with HubSpot for quite a while now, sort of trying problem solving. Particularly we've been working a lot around this idea of converting freemium to premium users, quite a lot using HubSpot. We've actually ended up building sort of the information from SQL databases that sort of our developers have got, pushing that into HubSpot, which means we can see at what point people are signing up, or people are downloading, and take those details, and then we're actually segmenting audiences based on actions in-app on HubSpot. So I don't know how familiar people are with HubSpot, but it's a CRM system that has CRM, marketing, sales attachments to it. I focus my attention around sort of the marketing side. We use it, one, for tracking signups of downloads, then we segment them to then translate them into active users, and then we can actually run email marketing campaigns to those people based on the actions they take in-app. So it's kind of like doing them both sides. Prior to that, LinkedIn's very useful for your gated content. The primary goal is to get people to enter their emails, to fill out forms so they can download content as much as possible. And we put lead scoring behind that. So depending on how many different pieces and how many articles people have looked at, how many of your HubSpot landing pages people have looked at, you can then obviously offer them more and more information depending on if they're in like the discovery or the consideration or, ready to buy journey. Prior to that, we're actually doing quite a lot of work at the minute with really tracking social media clicks on HubSpot. HubSpot are getting more advanced with their social media integrations in terms of integrations to Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. We are using lead gen forms a lot on Facebook and LinkedIn. So then that data from lead gen form automatically comes straight into HubSpot, so then we resegment them and market to them that way. And we can also build audiences within HubSpot now, so we can retarget with traffic ads as well. So I think, HubSpot, the ecosystem's definitely growing. There's definitely more you can do with it. There's lots of native integrations. If you've got WordPress, it's great for native integrations. Not so great with any other CMS systems. You're looking more at Zaps for those. I know Chris and I chatted a little while ago about integrations with Wix, which isn't...
I've had a nightmare year just trying to get it to work and been arguing with both Wix and HubSpot customer support. And after, I think, 3 months, they were like, oh, yeah, actually, no, it's not possible.
I have another client who's done the same thing, and I've said, just don't do it.
Yeah. So, and actually, we've sort of got to that point where I've been exploring all the possibilities of HubSpot, which is amazing. Of course, there are different levels that you can purchase to get different amounts of amazingness with it. There is a lot you can do on the free platform. So if anyone is actually interested in just having a chat with me about like what you can actually do completely for free on HubSpot, I'm happy to chat to anybody about that if you want to connect with me after the call. We're actually I'm sort of exploring now how we link up the data from the stuff we're pulling in from Google Tag Manager into the stuff that we've got with HubSpot. We haven't quite figured that out yet. So I'd love to, of course, share those findings with everybody once we have maybe figured out some more stuff around that.
Yeah, I haven't quite connected you and Zach, but that should happen. So,
and then we can share knowledge and hopefully together share knowledge with everybody to make it easier for everybody. But I suppose key takeaways are lead gen forms are performing really well in social media.
Is that native LinkedIn lead gen forms?
Yeah, and Facebook. HubSpot integrates with both of those now, and actually launched just a couple of weeks ago. They're now building user ad journeys. So they've actually built in, so you can create a Facebook awareness campaign, a Facebook consideration campaign, and a Facebook conversion campaign, and run them simultaneously, building the audiences within HubSpot itself and remarketing to those people based on managing it all from one platform on LinkedIn. So you don't have to go into Facebook Business Manager or LinkedIn Manager. However, I would say there are limitations with what you can do on HubSpot in terms of the granularity of creating audiences. So what I tend to do is set them up on HubSpot, then I go deep into the platforms themselves, so Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, and then actually work directly from there. Nice thing about HubSpot though is because you can integrate your Google, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Twitter, whatever. Bing, I don't think they have yet. But what's nice is that you can see your spend and then how many new contacts are created as a result of those advertisements. So it's a nice place for return on investment tracking, and they are improving their reporting to non-technical people. So you can actually start creating bespoke reports for very specific things related to your business, and they build the graphs for you, which is nice. I think that's a whirlwind.
Wow, that was a whirlwind data dump.
I wasn't prepared. Apologies.
Well, it didn't show, so well done. So, some of you have been a bit quiet. I'd really like to open up if anyone has any questions, or we don't need to answer it now.